One of the most vulnerable experiences is the feeling of giving yourself to another man or woman, whatever it is, walking away knowing that they don't care for you. That's hard. And I allowed myself to do that because I didn't care for me. So I didn't feel good about myself, and I was trying to find love in other places, and one of those places was the arms of people that didn't actually care for me. And I remember talking to this guy for a very long time. And then I gave him my body, and then he didn't want to talk to me anymore. I had this phrase in my head just ringing, and it's just why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I couldn't stop saying to myself, why not? It was just, why wasn't I enough? I'd go through the list in my head, but I am this, but I'm not this, but I'm not that, you know? And that was a really vulnerable time in my life because it made me question whether I was enough. And I think I was especially vulnerable in that time because I wasn't getting love from my household. I wasn't feeling trust in my sister, my parents or whatever, and I didn't really have a core group of friends. As much as I tried to find love and acceptance in guys, I wasn't getting it. So it was frustrating, and I was like I said, I just was why not? Why not? What's wrong with me? Why not? And that was a really pivotal point for me because after that I became really guarded, and I'm trying to chip that down little by little because I'm aware that it's there, and I need to remind myself that it's okay to be vulnerable. If you don't care about yourself, other people feel that energy and they feel like they don't owe you love. I mean, not owe, but they don't need to give you love or respect. And that was kind of what I learned at that point. But it's not negative because it also goes the same way if you love yourself. If you love yourself, or if you're giving love to other people, people feel that energy and they want to give back to you. So, as much as I struggle with self-love, sometimes I think that that's just because that's who I am, and that's how I've been for a very, very, very long time. But I think that my dad played a huge part in that. It's hard to say this now because we have such a good relationship. But growing up, I didn't feel like I was enough in his eyes. And there was a lot of criticism. It broke my heart that I had learned that I had to be defensive against my dad. I had to show him that I was someone that I wouldn't be stepped on and someone that deserved respect. It's so weird that would have to be the case, but he was just very, very hard on me. He's still like that, but having shown him that I deserve love and respect, I think that I'm getting that more from him, and I just wish that it would be unconditional. I wish that I didn't have to be strong, and that I could be vulnerable with him. Sometimes I hear a voice in my head that's not mine, it's my dad's, and he's saying, don't do this, or if you do that, this will happen, or whatever, and I've been trying to just kind of knock it out of my head because it doesn't belong there. That's not me. Yeah, it's hard to draw the line. Who am I? Versus, is that my dad speaking? Is that me speaking in my head? When did I realize I didn't love myself? I didn't really know. I didn't even have an idea that I didn't love myself until I was on the phone with my dad. I remember exactly where I was. I was on my stairs, and we were arguing about something, and I said to him, I feel like you don't love me. I feel like you don't show me that. And he goes, no, I think you don't love yourself. I was like, whoa. And I was like, nah, that's not true. That's painful. Why would he say something like that? And then the more I settled into that idea, the more I started to question, what does self-love even mean? What does that look like? He drew a mind map for me about like all my behaviors, and in the center was lack of self-love and everything. So there were so many little branches coming out of it, the things that I do that show that I don't love myself. And I was sitting in a therapy session and we were talking about it, and I think it was the first, he goes, and why do you do that, or something. He asked me a question, and it was the first time I ever said it out loud. I was like, I don't love myself. And hearing myself say it was hard. It was hard, but it was the beginning of something. It saved my life. So now I have opened the door to finding self-love, and there will always be a little bit of sadness in me all the time, always. So, like, I could be good, but I'll never be perfect. But at the same time, I don't know if, like, I don't think there is perfect, and I think it's so typical, especially of the culture that we live in, to be always looking forward, where, like, reaching the destination. When am I going to get there? When am I going to be perfect? But it's not, I don't know, I'm just trying to be really present. Recently, I've made, like, a real effort to let my friends and my family know when I don't feel good. How was your day? And normally I'd be like, oh, it was good, I did this. But if it really wasn't good, I'll tell my friends or I'll tell my family, and that makes me uncomfortable. Because I don't want to be a burden. But the people that matter are going to stick with you, whether you're having a good day or a bad day or a bad week or a bad year. When I think about this journey of self-love, or what is, you know, my words of wisdom, or something that I can tell to people to learn from, it's kind of like reading a book, and you're kind of excited to, like, when you're really into that really good book, it's like you're excited to get to the next chapter. That's totally what it is. It's just, I'm excited to find out. The Dead Sea is like nothing you've ever seen before. In water, you have to tread to stay afloat, but because of all the salt, you stay afloat. And I kind of just let my body go, and, like, I was just being supported without worrying about it. And my head was just under the water. I couldn't hear anything, and I just was, like, totally limp, and I stayed there for so long, and I didn't really care what was going on around me. I was, like, totally deprived of my senses. It was just, my eyes were closed, I couldn't hear anything, and it was just beautiful. So that's my happy place.
It's not an exaggeration to say that lack of social connection can kill us.